The Taliban killed more than 35 Afghan civilians and wounded dozens more when a suicide bomber struck a bus of government employees in the west of Kabul.
I saw there was a van, it was on fire, and other cars had crashed. Everyone in the van was burning in the fire. It was a horrible situation that we saw. After a while, the firefighters arrived. Because of the van fire, the shops caught on fire too.
The militants claimed they had targeted a minivan of Afghanistan's intelligence agency, the NDS. Officials dismissed this, saying the minivan was carrying employees from the Ministry of Mines and Petroleum.
They are all civilians, and they are people who are either workers in the area or ones who were passing by this area.
Even children were among the dead and wounded, many of whom were on their way to school.
It is easy to understand the high civilian casualty toll when you see this area. It is a busy marketplace with shop fronts lining either side of the street and a small university just almost directly outside where the blast occurred. Indeed, the blast was significant enough that buildings for 100 metres within its radius had their glass blown out of the windows.
But the impact of the blast will also affect many livelihoods and the families depending on them. One shopkeeper said his goods, the equivalent of more than a year's salary, were all destroyed. His business partner, who provides for a large family, was wounded in the blast and is undergoing surgery in hospital.
When I came, I saw everything burned. All my documents are all gone, and there were a lot of people here, and they collected a lot of dead bodies. A body was even found on the rooftop.
Despite the Taliban's claim of responsibility, it is again the country's president, Ashraf Ghani, and his government that many people here blame, as the sense of security in Kabul unravels. Catherine James, CGTN, Kabul.